Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wedgemount Resources channel. We're sitting here once again with Mark, and on the last video, we got a good intro on him and a good intro on the company, but today we want to go a little bit deeper. So, Mark, how are you doing? Are you ready to dive into it?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, thanks. Enjoying summer and keen to give you guys an update on what's going on at Wedgemount right now.
Wonderful. Well, yep, you guys recommend you do watch that first video, but here we're going to dive a little bit deeper today. So, first off, tell me about like the recent developments of the company. I saw there was a financing. You guys added 6,200 hectares to your Cookie Copper Gold project. You got that and other things going on. So, just give us an overview and a summary.
Yeah, it's been really busy the last few weeks. I guess number one, we completed just over $1.3 million financing into the company. The 100% of those proceeds will be used for exploration work on our three projects in the province of British Columbia. So we're really happy to add that to the existing 550,000 that was on the balance sheet. So we're close to $2 million, which puts us in really good shape through the balance of 2021 to execute our phase one and phase two programs on all the projects. So that was a big event for us. As you mentioned, the second item, we added another significant piece of ground to our Cookie project in the South Toodoggone and North Central BC. Cookie is now up to 28,000 hectares, and our technical team was very opportunistic, picking up this ground. It came open. All we had to do is stake it online. We didn't have to do a deal to acquire it. It only cost us approximately $10,000, and it's got historic copper and gold in drill holes and in samples on it, and it's directly adjacent to the core of our Cookie claim. So that was a nice piece of business to get done to prepare the team to get up and start the work, which they're actually starting today up there. So that's what happened with Cookie. The third big item that we've ticked off for us, for shareholders, this over the last couple of weeks, we finished our phase one exploration work at our Eagle project in central BC. So phase one, we were in there for approximately 3 weeks doing mapping, sampling, relogging historic core, and basically getting the project ready for drilling, which will happen later this year. So that was a successful program. We were on time and on budget and out of there before the fires hit the area. So that was we were really happy to get our first program done there. The fourth thing that happened recently, as I kind of touched on, our Cookie project, the team arrived there today, and exploration will kick off tomorrow morning. We'll be there for approximately a month. So super busy on the corporate side, adding ground, adding capital to the balance sheet, and on the exploration side, finishing phase one at Eagle and starting phase one at Cookie.
Wonderful. Yeah, like you said, you guys have been super busy. You got your nose to the grindstone. I've been kind of curious. Has COVID messed up getting this thing going at all? Has there been any implications that COVID's caused from, I'd say, just like from beginning to like getting the people out there to drilling? Luckily, it's often remote locations. Just let us know if there's been any sort of issues.
No major issues. I think the one thing before, when we were putting the company together last fall, just some of the filings with auditors, BCSC, et cetera, there were some delays because people were working remotely. Yeah. But as far as our field programs, we've had no delays. BC has opened up quite a bit in regards to COVID restrictions. One thing we have is our camp up at Cookie. We cannot share it with another operator, so we have our own camp this year. But no issues, no delays. Fingers crossed that will continue.
Wonderful. All right. And last but not least, can you tell me about like what is the investment potential in Wedgemount? So like what are your key strengths that should draw people in to like over other exploration companies?
I think number one, our exploration team. It's very rare for a junior company to have senior geologists who have actually discovered mines that are in production or being developed. And certainly our team under the leadership of Chris Leslie. Chris, I think I mentioned on our first podcast that Chris was co-led the discovery of the Blackwater project in central BC. That is now being built by Artemis Gold. So I think having a super experienced technical team who actually have the economic discovery under the belts, that's one thing. The other thing I think is very important with us, we have 3 projects within the same prolific copper gold porphyry belt in the province of British Columbia. All the projects are near production, development, and exploration. They're all surrounded by large companies like Freeport, companies like Antofagasta, Teck Resources. So they're all in a very prolific area with a lot of activity. The other thing, all of our projects are in BC, and we know that mining is done all over the world. Mineral exploration is done all over the world. One of the reasons why we like BC is that we have rule of law and clear title. So we're not worried about the government coming in and changing the rules on us as far as our projects are concerned. And then the last thing I think that's important on the project side is that we're seeing the majors buying assets in BC, acquiring assets in BC, optioning assets in BC. That's both on the copper and gold side. And those types of transactions are happening in our core areas. So if Wedgemount is to be successful with our exploration, there would be a lot of competitive tension amongst large companies for our assets. So we think that's a differentiator. The fact we have 3 projects right in the core of the BC Copper Belt. So those are a couple of big reasons I think it makes our company a bit different. Also because we're brand new, we have an extremely tight corporate structure. We only have a 12 million fully diluted market cap at this point in time, which puts us at a fraction of the valuation of our competitors, which we think is very compelling for new investors looking at the story at this point in time.
Wonderful. Yeah. So you guys got a strong team, you got a good location, you got a clear game plan, and it's a good time to be in this business right now, as you mentioned, with all the competition and everything, and these majors looking and buying up a lot of these types of properties and companies. All right, Mark. Well, thanks for the clarification on everything. If anyone else has any other questions about the business, do not be afraid. Send us a message. We'll be happy to dive into it for you. Mark, do you have any leaving words before we go?
I would just let people know that we have significant news coming from our phase 1 Eagle program. So stay tuned for news flow from press releases from us on that, and also our cookie program. We will have nothing but exploration results out for shareholders between now and the balance of the year. So that is important. There will be news flow and potential catalysts for the stock.
Wonderful, Mark. Well, you heard the man, everybody. We'll get some more news over the wire to you as soon as we can. So stay tuned. Mark, have a wonderful day.
You too, Michael. Thanks so much.